What's going on? And welcome to week 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. We're back after 7 weeks, which is crazy. I kind of stopped doing these. Big reason is I just stopped caring to do these. This entire process was to kind of just document my life evolving over the last year, and I'd be going all the way through and doing documentation each week for 52 weeks, which would get me up to a year of starting this. And I've been hitting a point where I just don't really want to, and it has nothing to do with the journey. I have had a lot going on, but it's more so just like I don't want to apply pressure to myself. And that's something that's become very apparent to me over the last couple of weeks, where I feel like there begins to be an expectation of how I go about like my social media, these videos, what I say, what I do, how I edit them, what the content is. Even in like music, like I feel like when that vision starts to shift from what I want to make to what other people I think would want to listen to, that's where I begin to have an issue with just the creative process overall. And so these videos became more so of like me, jumping in there, and it became less for me and more for anybody watching this. And I didn't like that. So we've kind of taken a break from that. I've also just had a lot going on. I'm moving in a week and a half, which is crazy. So this is going to be all brand new. I probably will be making one more video next week while I pack up, which I think would be cool. But yeah, we're moving. This entire space is going to be completely changing, which I think is going to be really sick. That being said, again, I think I will probably go on a little bit of a silence in terms of sharing more content, just while we get settled in and set up. We don't have a whole lot that we're going to be bringing or that we own. So I don't know. It may be like a quick little video, but yeah, so that's been going on. Also came out of the alignment experience at the beginning of the year. Came out really strong on that. And then I just dove really deep into kind of what I wanted to do. I am in the process of, I feel like, more discovering myself as an artist. I feel like I've gotten very good grounds and very good stabilization on where I kind of sit in what I like to make. And now I am beginning to spread out and experiment in those worlds that I have been, either finding or building, however you want to look at that. But I'm super excited for it. But I've also just been taking a lot of time to discover that about me, which has been super sick. And then, learning how to do renders and animations for visuals has been something that I've been also learning to do, and that's been consuming a lot of my time. I've been busy. I just have not been doing these videos, so I am back. For now, I have a lot to share with you guys, which I cannot wait for. I'm kind of like, in a sense, rebranding my entire project, the entire Caustic project. All my social medias are getting wiped besides YouTube. YouTube is going to be the only one that stays, just because I like when, you find an artist and you look back 10 years through their posts and then you find like some of their first posts. I feel like it's always just like a cool, like, wow, look at where they started. So YouTube's not going anywhere, but Instagram and TikTok are both getting completely wiped. And that's just a decision I'm making. I think I've just stopped caring about the algorithm. I've stopped caring about how to do specific things and how to be quote unquote successful with social media and posting and music overall. And like, I'm going to just do me. I'm done with that game. I think I was talking to my brother actually about 15 minutes ago about this, and yeah, I don't want to be I don't like following trends. I don't like following trends on social media. I don't like following trends in music. I have been, and I just don't like where that has put me, in terms of what, like, how I feel about an artist, and the artist being myself, how I feel about myself as an artist. I don't follow people. I hate following people. I've never been like a follower. Well, actually, I was a follower for most of my life, but I stopped because I want to walk my own path. So I don't know. I don't know if any of this is gonna like work, but we're gonna give it a go and a swing because I just want to do what I want to do. Um, yeah, just keeping it real with you. But anyways, in doing the launch, I am kind of reworking some of my favorite songs. I'm also deleting all of my songs on Spotify and iTunes and all that good stuff. I'm going bye bye for a little while. I don't think I'm gonna go. I think it will probably happen pretty quickly. I'm gonna leave everything up for now. So if you want to enjoy any content, feel free to do so. But I am going away for a short amount of time. And so if you like any songs, make sure to save them or record them or do whatever. And then I'm gonna have reworks of songs that I've made in the past come out as like new singles in a sense. And some of them are going to be quite different. So yeah, I'm getting everything prepped and ready to go. And honestly, I feel like majority of my music career that has gotten me up to this point, I have been just very kind of lax with how I'm doing music production and also how I'm releasing. Having only one or two songs I release a year, which is kind of crazy. That number needs to go up quite a bit, but I've also just not had any music that I've been sitting on. And I feel like that's really hard to do and like get consistent releases when you don't have any backup music to like then get prepped and ready to go. So I am now sitting on quite a big chunk of music that will get me majority through. Actually, it should get me through this year if I'm doing a release every week or month, which is going to be sick. So lots of music coming, lots of things changing. I'm super stoked for this, but I'm gonna stop rambling for now because it's just one week. I just feel like I need to incorporate 7 weeks of content into this one, and that's not. I don't need to. I really don't. So, anyways, thank you for tuning in. I will see you for week 36. Yeah, I think that's what I counted up to. I don't know, but week 36. I'll see you then.